Hey guys, I hope that all of you are doing great. Well, I wanted to talk about a story of one of the most successful person in the field of entrepreneurship that we happen to know, that we happen to discuss all the time, and what the success looks like for him, right? What the world idealizes the success to be, we happen to see in his form. And the person that I'm talking about is Steve Jobs. And the point I'm trying to make here is the roller coaster ride that the most successful person in the history of business, you can say, that we know of, Steve Jobs, even Elon Musk was a fan of his, had to go through the ups and downs, the some of the disastrous moments where things are not under your control. Still you're considered to be one of the biggest success, of course, via the money making, via the changing the world, via the revolution. And the reason I'm sharing this with you is to let you know that no matter how much messy it gets, no matter how much weird it is in your life, it's complicated. Sometimes you're stuck in a field, you're probably fired from a job, you're stuck in a job, you're stuck in a wrong place. So many complications might happen. So, talking about the epitome of success, the example himself, the Steve Jobs. So, what he did actually, he founded the company at the age of 21 approximately, and 10 years later, it's a billion-dollar company, the Apple that he formed. 10 years later, it is a billion-dollar company. And the Macintosh was launched, right? And the Microsoft and Apple were the competitors at that time. We all know of. Super amazing, right? Now, after that, at the age of 31, he was 31 or 32, he was fired from his own company. Just imagine getting hired building a company, building a team, building a billion-dollar empire, and then getting fired from your own company because the board of directors thought to be. Because yes, you are the revolutionary, but sometimes there is a behavioral issue. There is some sort of issue other people don't like, and you are fired. So the next thing that Steve Jobs started working on is the next project. The project was the computer systems itself generation, but the name of the project was Next. Name of the company was Next, and he happened to build that company, and he worked in it for 5 years or something. It was success, but of course nowhere at all close to his Apple. So he even partnered with the Disney, with the Pixar, the Next projects, and all these things. He even worked with animation here and there. And cut to short, 1997, he is again hired back to the Apple. He's again hired back to the Apple to revive the company. It was a long journey. It's a really painful journey. Imagine if 10 to 15 years of your life, 10 years of your life, you're fired from a company and then you're rehired back there. It's like approximately 12 to 14 years. Now, at this point of time, what you going to do? Of course, you want to build it, and you're working on it. You're building the company. That's super amazing, right? So now you're building the company. That's super amazing. You're working towards it. And the next thing that you know is the company you have started, like the first project that you have built is the big one, the iPod that we know of. The world got addicted to it. The world really loved it. Those iPods, the round ones, one of the best ones. I really love them. So we had the iPods after that, and the people really enjoyed it. People really loved it. Apple growing again to the top, right? The next thing that we do, the next revolutionary product that he made was in 2007, the iPhone, which really changed the entire mobile industry. The screen was like all the screens that you happen to see without the keyboard. There's no keyboard anymore, right? Earlier there was a BlackBerry, there was a keyboard and stuff. This is a revolution from Steve Jobs. Like, this is the revolution he brought into the iPhone with Steve Jobs and his team and the design team and everyone, that everyone had to copy. The entire phone industry was revolutionized because of this. Just imagine the level of influence you can put when you are putting the right amount of effort. And that's where the biggest revolution, like the iPhone was one of the biggest revolution for the Apple, and of course the MacBook that we know of later. 4 years later, Steve Jobs died. 2011, he died and of the disease. So if I try to see the roller coaster, right? He started a company earlier, he quit his studies, started his company, he built all these things, fired from the company, starting a new company, not so good, and rehired back, and then building again, and then falling sick with the disease and dying, and still you are one of the biggest success in the history of the business. So the point I'm trying to make, that's how it goes. No matter how messy your life is, how much ruins you have been through, how much things you wish did never happen, but it happened for you, it doesn't matter. That's how life works. That's how it goes. And eventually you are going to make it big if you keep on doing it. You just don't have to give up. You just have to stick to your goals. Never give up on your dream. People in the world would want to give you to give up on your dreams. You should not. That should be the key. I wish you guys all the best.